next guest has not only been keeping audiences laughing, but he's also been taking over our social media feeds with his hilarious moments popping up all over our algorithms.
He's just come to us live from Vicar Street last night. He's got another show again tonight, Vicar Street. Vittorio Angelone, good morning to you. It's great to have you with us.
Morning, Vittorio.
It's very early to be here, but I'm very happy to be here.
I saw your live show up in Belfast there, and you make this big thing about I trying to get onto these panel shows in the UK.
I may not do stuff like that. Of course they're not going to book me again. I like when you introed the video, you were like, this is his last appearance on the last leg, as if I'm never going to be alive.
Yeah, not most recent, his final appearance
on TV whatsoever.
Are you feeling brave going into those scenarios when you've got someone like Penny? Like, have you prepared? You know she's obviously on the couch with you.
Yeah.
And are you like, will I go there? Will I push the envelope? Or are you just going to go, it's national television, UK, I'm going to do this?
I think I was excited because it was live. So I was like, well, they can't edit it. So I can just do, I know we're live right now, so I don't want to take it.
Relax, okay.
But I was just conscious that, like, these politicians go on the comedy shows to sort of clean up their image and look very nice and sort of go, aren't I great, vote for me, vote for me. And I just thought, no, you can't let them do that. So I just sort of had to get the elbows out a bit and go, no, actually, you're a terrible person.
What was it like?
Goodness.
Was there a green room afterwards, or was she out of there straight away?
There was a green room afterwards. She went home pretty quickly, and I had about 9 beers.
You need to decompress after one of those encounters, I imagine.
Yeah.
What's it like, the whole UK panel show? Because listen, you're a Belfast comedian / Italian, but living over in London, and like we see so many of these panel shows. There's not that many here in Ireland, so to get onto them over there, we're seeing the likes of Joanne McNally and people starting to get a footprint in it.
Well, what's like weird is you sort of work so hard at stand-up, and then it feels like the goal is to like sit down behind a desk and like do an entirely different thing. And I've always wanted stand-up to be the focus of what I do, which is why the social media is so great. But like, I am trying to have a little step towards the sort of mainstream, more TV stuff recently, just because I think there's a whole audience out there, and like I really care about the shows I make, and I really like performing them for as many people as possible. And I think if I can get on TV, then I can reach an audience that might not be on socials.
For people who watch your social media clips, a lot of it is your crowd work. How quick do you have to? Do you have stuff? Because you could be talking to anybody in any walk of life. Do you have pretty much a line for everybody and all genres of work? Or?
I try not to be sort of prepared in that way, because then I think it feels slightly inauthentic. Like the first half of my show on tour, I just chat to the audience, get a sense of who's in, and then there's a wee break. And then the second half is like a scripted show that's narrative and woven together, and I've worked very hard on. But in the audience interaction bit, I try to truly just sort of trust the universe.
Do you have like a bit of a script? Oh, if she's a nurse, or if he's an accountant, or no, you don't. So it's whatever.
I try not to.
Yeah.
And it can go very badly.
Can it?
Well, yeah, there's one gig from the last tour, not this one I'm currently on, in Oma, where it was truly an hour and a half of silence.
Oh no.
Go on.
They didn't make a noise the whole time. And what's mad, it was sold out weeks in advance, so they were clearly like on some level excited to come see me. But when I say they made no noise the whole time I was on stage, and if you watch the show on YouTube, that was that show that I'm touring, at the end of the show I'd take my shirt off and like scream at them and stuff. And they didn't make a noise. It's completely ridiculous.
There is the one online that I'm sure people, if they want to look it up, is the poor person with the cough.
Yes, there was a lady with a cough in Birmingham, and this was around 2020, 2021, and I sort of made a little COVID joke, and her son went, "It's not COVID, it's cancer." And I went,
oh.
But then I made fun of her for about 3 minutes.
And she's now one of your biggest fans.
Yeah, she's like a stan now.
She comes every single, I give her free tickets every year just to make sure she's still alive.
Oh my God.
I have to say, if people are going to go watch it tonight, I would advise to not be late. You have a bit of a bee in your bonnet about people turning up late.
I don't know why it's a real problem for me, but I think because like lots of comedians have a support act, and on this tour I don't have a support act. But even when I do, I'm like, but I've picked them because I want you to see them as well. And the whole show is the whole show, and it all sort of weaves together, and it's not a thing you can sort of pop in and out of. I don't know. I'm a little bit of a diva.
I just think it is a special person who can be late for a comedy gig and walk in and sit in the front row. Isn't it? I would just go, forget it, I've missed it now.
There was somebody last night who walked in 20 minutes late and was sat in the front row.
No.
And he was a TV producer.
Is it Luke?
Right.
No.
It was RTE, actually.
Yeah, it was, exactly. Luke would never be late.
Very sloppy over there.
Right, an RTE producer came in and sat front row as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be pitching you for a new
Yeah,
show.
you need to keep that person on side.
A new documentary on the Troubles, maybe.
Oh my God, the number of producers who want me to make a documentary on something
And
I
is
didn't
it-
live through.
And is there no interest there at all?
I think it's part of the culture of where I come from, and I talk about it a lot in the show. Like Tommy saw the show up in Belfast, and it feels like this is the show where I finally found a way to talk about all that and how it affects my generation. But like, I just think it's not mine to talk about. Like, it's not my experience. So what's my perspective on it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I suppose you go through it from your parents' point of view and actually people who lived it. Here, listen, stand up is one thing. I didn't know this. So you're quite a classically trained percussionist. Is that right?
I was
Wow.
a classical musician. That's why I moved to London initially. I went to study at the Guildhall School of Music and Drama, which is all
Which I
very...
presume was really, really difficult to get into.
What do your parents say whenever you're going off and having this amazing training in the Guildhall and they're like, you know what, I think I'm going to be a comedian?
Just slagging
But
off
the thing
people.
about being a sort of freelance musician is it's a fairly hopeless career. So the jump from that to stand up really didn't make too much difference
Okay.
to my parents. They're so supportive. Like, I'm really, really lucky with my parents. They've always just been like, whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, big thumbs up from us.
Tommy's still trying to break into the world of podcasting. You're still chucking away at it.
We have a rugby podcast. It was all going so well.
Until-
We brought in a couple of decent guests
Yeah.
or whatever else. And
Yeah.
then I could check it up on social media and Andrew Trimble has started a new podcast.
Yeah.
And then to make things even worse, right? So first guest they bring on, I'm thinking a Nigel Owens or, if
Yeah.
you get a rugby player from Ireland, brilliant. Jamie Dornan is your first guest.
He asked to come on. We
What?
released the first episode and Dornan reached out to Trimble going, can I come on the podcast?
Really?
And I was like, yeah, of course you can. But also,
Fantastic.
Andrew Trimble and Jamie Dornan, me in that room with them, I have never felt less handsome in my whole entire life.
It's a good-looking
That's a
room.
terrible room
Yeah.
to be
Can
in.
we have a look at the? Can we have a look at the picture again there? Because
I didn't see.
what's it with the same hats? That was the other thing that threw me.
I
Sitting there with the
I
same
just
hat.
give everybody my merchandise. You have one as well. I give
Oh,
you
we have
one.
one as well, Victor's Cafe. Jamie Dornan, though, big rugby fan, and he's obviously in the London Massive with you over there. too.
Huge rugby fan. Yeah, we had a really nice time at the show in London. We did the Hammersmith Apollo, which was sort of unbelievable. 3,500 people at the show. And it just felt like a
Wow.
big party. And the Hammersmith Irish Cultural Centre is just across the road. So we did an after show drinks in there. And it was all these sort of Irish actors Frank Blake and Conor McNeil and Jamie Dornan and Chris O'Dowd. And just it felt like a real sort of cultural,
fantastic.
God, isn't it class? We're all over here
Yeah.
sort of flying the flag, doing the thing.
And
It was-
smashing it.
Yeah, it was really, really
Brilliant.
exciting.
So then you're on stage last night, as Tommy said. You're on again tonight in Victor
On
Street.
again
Any
tonight.
tickets left for that?
Don't think so, but
Okay.
I'm at the Gaiety in the autumn and we've just added an extra date for that because tickets are shifting pretty quickly.
October
Brilliant.
22nd and 23rd
Yes.
in the Gaiety as well. Tell me, then you're going to go to, listen, fair play. It's really blowing up, and now you're going on a tour in America as well.
Yes, I don't want to say it's blowing up while I try to cross the border into America.
When you
but-
say
your
that to
word
somebody
carefully.
from Northern Ireland, maybe that's part of his joke, part of his thing. Yeah. But yeah, okay, right.
Yeah, so
things
it's
are-
going really well. I'm in America for the whole month of May. I mean, I do think what might happen is I show up to Dublin and get turned away at the border and then I have the month of May off. But I might be live streaming some gigs in America. But,
Oh my goodness.
but yeah, and then sort of Australia, New Zealand later in the year. And then I think 2027, I'm just going to sleep.
Yeah,
That's
feet
my-
won't touch the ground for the next year. Amazing.
Listen, Vittorio, continued success. Best of luck tonight and, of course, over in America. And you can get tickets on Ticketmaster for October 22nd and 23rd. Victor's Cafe, his new show. Vittorio Angelone, thank you so much for joining
Thank you
us.
so much for having me.
It's amazing.